The footage shows a dangerous workplace accident in a warehouse or storage area. Cement, aggregate, or similar heavy-bagged materials are stacked high on top of each other. At one point, the stack becomes unstable and suddenly collapses downward as a mass. A nearby worker becomes trapped among the shifting and falling loads. Safe storage practices are essential in such areas. Heavy materials must be stacked within height limits. Appropriate pallets and racking systems should be used, and measures to prevent load collapse must be in place, avoiding work near unstable stacks and continuously monitoring load. Stability are basic requirements to prevent crushing and collapse-related accidents. As the man cuts into a concrete wall, the blade strikes a hidden obstruction, causing the tool to violently recoil back. Fortunately, he was not hurt in any way. This footage illustrates a preventable industrial incident caused by a critical lapse in team coordination during cargo unloading operations. While workers were unloading a truck, a crew member threw a piece of mesh fabric to the ground to be cleared later. A forklift operator below mistakenly assumed the item had fallen by accident and stepped into the active drop zone to retrieve it. Because the workers failed to maintain visual contact or communicate their intentions, a subsequent package was dropped, leading to a direct impact with the person below. This event emphasizes the vital need to establish exclusion zones with physical barriers or clear signage during all overhead and loading tasks. Furthermore, personnel must maintain active communication and confirm an all-clear signal before any items are released. Never enter a designated drop zone while unloading is in progress. This footage captures a startling 2011 workplace incident where a toll booth floor suddenly gave way due to severe structural failure. While 3 employees performed their routine duties, a large void opened instantly beneath them. One staff member fell into the opening, along with nearby equipment, while 2 colleagues narrowly avoided the collapse and evacuated in visible shock. This event highlights the critical need for regular infrastructure inspections, especially for cabins in high traffic areas or on unstable ground. Staying alert to subtle warning signs like floor vibrations or unusual sounds is essential for personal safety. Ultimately, this serves as a vital reminder for management to ensure all workspaces meet strict safety codes and undergo proactive audits to prevent risks caused by maintenance oversights. A worker is standing next to a large calendar roller machine and attempts to check the roller surface by hand and make a small adjustment. At that moment, the rotating parts of the machine unexpectedly catch the worker's arm and pull it inward. The incident clearly shows how dangerous it is to manually intervene with moving equipment and how a moment of inattention can create serious risks. Adjustments, cleaning, or inspections on this type of machinery must only be performed after the equipment is completely shut down and all energy sources are isolated. Workers must also use appropriate personal protective equipment and strictly avoid direct hand contact with hazardous areas. On a busy street with heavy traffic, a street vendor is trying to pass between vehicles with a hand cart. While the environment appears calm, a tire separates from a truck traveling ahead and falls onto the road. The rolling tire quickly reaches. The vendor strikes him, throws him forward, and continues rolling. This footage shows how even a single detached vehicle component can create serious danger in crowded areas. Wheel and tire systems must be inspected regularly, and maintenance and tightening procedures must not be neglected. Truck drivers and vehicle owners must ensure that lug nuts, axle connections, and wheel assemblies are secure before driving. For pedestrians and street vendors near traffic, continuously observing their surroundings and staying as far away as possible from active lanes can provide additional protection against potential hazards. This footage illustrates a high-risk incident involving the operation of heavy lifting equipment within a shop environment. While a worker was moving machinery using a gantry crane, the structure lost stability due to an unbalanced load. In seconds, the steel frame collapsed onto the floor, narrowly missing the operator. This event highlights the volatile nature of industrial settings and the need for strict safety standards. Key protocols include verifying load capacity to ensure weights do not exceed rated limits, maintaining a proper center of gravity to prevent destabilizing forces, and establishing fall zones where personnel must remain clear. During motion, routine inspections are vital to identify structural fatigue before failure occurs. At a manufacturing facility in China, a worker was operating an industrial press machine during production. While the machine remained active, the worker reached his hand into the press area to retrieve material without shutting down the equipment. The press cycle engaged, resulting in an incident. Industrial press machines must always be fully powered down and locked out before any material handling or maintenance. Hands should never enter the press area while equipment is active, as even brief exposure can lead to serious injury. This footage captures a sudden, intense industrial flash incident within a manufacturing facility. While a worker was transferring materials from a drum into an IBC tank, an uncontrolled chemical reaction occurred. In an instant, a brilliant flush and a high-pressure wave erupted, engulfing the workstation and causing significant equipment damage. This event serves as a stark reminder of the volatile nature of industrial environments and the narrow margin for error when handling hazardous substances. Critical safety protocols must never be overlooked. Strict procedural compliance to prevent runaway reactions, static and spark mitigation through proper grounding, and the consistent use of mandatory PPE safety is a continuous commitment, not a checkbox. A single moment of oversight can lead to irreversible consequences. On March 14, 2024, in India, two riders were traveling on a motorcycle along a roadside when a truck struck the motorcycle from side. Road users should maintain safe following distances and situational awareness, especially in mixed traffic conditions. Motorcyclists must ride within speed limits and avoid sudden lane position changes near larger vehicles. Drivers of heavy vehicles should monitor mirrors and blind spots before changing speed or position. On May 12, 2016, at the Kishkianta theme park in Chennai, India, a mechanical ride was undergoing a trial run following recent repairs. The ride, known locally as Disco Dancer, was being tested with park staff aboard when a structural malfunction occurred and a section of the ride collapsed during operation. Mechanical amusement rides must only be operated when every component has been professionally inspected.